Hey Pile 1, welcome to your love prediction for the month of September. So we have a mix today of pre-pulled cards, but we will also be shuffling cards on camera for your specific current situation in love, because I know there are a lot of you watching and you all have different current circumstances. So let's start with your tarot. We have the Two of Emotion or the Two of Cups. It says, a relationship grows closer as two people fall in love, or a current relationship grows much stronger. Friendships may deepen into a spiritual connection. Mutual respect and understanding exist or will develop. Don't give up on relationships that feel challenging to you. There is still hope. So that's a very positive card to start off your September, the Two of Cups. We also have the Helper of Thought, or the Helper of Thought is sort of like the Page of Swords in this deck. It says your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all of your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best as you can. You know, will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. I do feel like this is your energy in the month of September because of the other two cards that we have here that I will get to in a second. But it does feel like if you've been in a period of your life, even in general, not even just in your love life, you've been in a period where you felt stagnant, you felt stuck, you weren't really sure what to do. There feels like a spark, there feels like a restlessness here. This literally, you want to get moving, you want to go somewhere, you want to do something. Especially because we have it next to the Three of Action or the Three of Wands. It says things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, it's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. I do think that for some of you, in the month of September, you could be literally traveling somewhere. If you're single, you could be going on your own. If you're romantically involved with someone, you could be making a trip with them, going on vacation, and it's really great for your love life. You know, it represents like a fresh start. You know, maybe you've been feeling kind of distant from your partner or missing them or wanting more quality time, and you finally get that quality time. Or if you're single, you're taking sort of impromptu trip, or you get invited to go somewhere. Could be somewhere by the water, you know, by a beach, or you could be meeting someone who loves the water or lives by the beach and they're traveling and they meet you. You know, just take whatever resonates, but it feels like there's some sort of trip or someone who is traveling that you meet, or you're invited to go somewhere, and you meet someone who maybe lives a distance from you somewhere by the water. But it feels quite significant. There's definitely movement here either way. And then we have Ace of Thought. So this is the Ace of Swords. It says, this cherub has arrived to congratulate you for a brilliant new idea which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections for your perfect plan. So for some of you, this is you have an idea to go somewhere, to take an impromptu trip. You know, this idea comes to you suddenly and you're like, I want to go to this place, you know, I need to get away from my life for a little while. And that is where you meet someone significant romantically if you're single, you know. Or it could be that you and your partner have to figure out, you know, your work schedules and when you guys can take time off in September to go travel somewhere together. For others of you too, this could be communication from someone who is confident, courageous, someone who wants to get your attention, someone who's very action-oriented, but also is a deep thinker and quite wise. So just take what resonates, but you could be getting some communication from someone who maybe lives far away from you, someone maybe you haven't heard from in a while, maybe someone from your past. Again, just take whatever resonates. I'm just saying everything I see because I know everyone's love life probably looks a lot different, even when you're in the same group. You know, these affairs of the heart can get messy, right? But I will say, overall, there is nothing here that looks troublesome. You know, everything looks quite peaceful. Even if there's a lot of change happening, it feels like you're moving in the right direction in terms of your love life. Everything looks quite positive, quite rosy, quite happy. It feels like there's just a sense of an unburdening, you know, in your heart. It feels like things are feeling lighter in terms of your love life, and it could just be your perspective on it that is changing, and that's quite radical because we do have a lot of mental thought going on. But it also feels like there are some significant events that are happening. Again, if you've been feeling stuck and stagnant, it feels like your outer circumstances are changing, you know, like you're going places, you're meeting people, you know, you're having communication come in unexpectedly. I think that's everything I'm seeing so far. Let's get into, what do I want to do next? Let's get into the rest of your oracle, and then I think we'll end your reading with the specific love messages. I think that's what we'll do. Okay. So we have growth. Growth is a detox process. It is not a change in partners, but rather a change in perception that will deliver the love you seek. And we have travel. Take a vacation from your love life. Travel, go shopping, have a girls' night out, leave your worries behind, and choose to do what makes you happy. Now, your gender here doesn't matter, obviously. I feel like this is speaking to two groups of you. Like for those of you who are in a current partnership, and you know, even if you're not wanting to break up with your partner or anything dramatic like that, maybe you've just been feeling distant, like you guys aren't on the same page, or maybe things aren't quite as exciting as they used to be when you were in your honeymoon period, and you've just been feeling kind of blah. You know, it feels like in September, you're getting away, you're having that quality time, and it's changing your perspective, or your communication with one another is improving. You know, you're finally seeing their side, they're finally seeing your side, you're finding compromise, you're both maturing, and just, I think, approaching the connection with a lot more compassion, you know. You're seeing things, you see how she's holding the rose here? So she's balancing here, seeing things clearly, but also seeing things through rose-colored glasses, right? Like she has the rose here. So she's balancing, seeing what is right in front of her, but also seeing the best in the situation, and maybe giving someone the benefit of the doubt. You know, both ways, like giving herself compassion, but also giving her partner compassion. So I do think that, and even just the green here, it feels like, you know, your heart chakra is more aligned, you're more open to receiving love again. It feels like you're getting on the same page again with your partner. Now, for those of you who are single, it feels like you are gaining a new perspective on love. You know, you're really sort of figuring out what type of partner you want, what type of romantic you are, what you need in love, what you deserve in love, and you're just having fun. Like you're just getting away from it all, living in the present moment, carefree. And we know when you're in that energy, that's when you're in the energy of receiving, when you're having fun and being in the present moment and connecting to your divine feminine energy, regardless again of your gender, but just having fun, being lighthearted, doing things that make you feel good, treating yourself, dating yourself. You know, all of that attracts the sort of partner that you want, because you're showing yourself that you're deserving of love by giving love to yourself. Okay, let's continue onward. So these are like major themes happening in the month of September. We have balance. So again, like balancing, we were talking about that already. For those of you who are wanting also like a soulmate connection, this could be calling that in, you know, calling in your divine counterpart. Absolutely. But I think also just finding balance, like in sort of your priorities, you know, not putting so much focus on your love life to the point of obsession, you know, like not focusing on how you're single or unhappy, or not focusing on all the things that your partner is doing wrong and all the ways in which you're unhappy, you know, just finding that balance, or not putting your happiness solely in the hands of your partner, that sort of thing, you know, not letting someone else dictate your mood. We have rejection, don't worry about this. And we have mystery. I do think there is possibly something that's meant to happen in September that is either going to take you by surprise, you're not meant to fully know what it is yet. So that could be like if you take a trip, something happens on that trip, you meet someone, or you have some sort of experience, you know, that is sort of like fated, divine timing, that kind of thing. So that could be meeting someone, having unexpected communication, you know, maybe you check your email, your texts, someone called you, you didn't even know they had your number, you know, like there's something like unexpected happening that, you know, Spirit is like, they don't need to know about that yet. Like just expect the unexpected in the month of September. I also think with this rejection card, like you're not being defeated. You know, if you are single and unhappy about that, that is okay, but you're seeing your own light and you're not letting the past dictate your future, which is quite wonderful. And I think also of reconciling differences here. You know, for those of you who are in a current partnership and it's been maybe a little bit rough, even if you've just been fussing a lot lately, you know, it's reconciling those differences. Absolutely. Okay. Let's continue onward. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. And we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If I read all three of these cards together as one single message, what comes through is this idea of freeing yourself from wounds that occurred in childhood. Like think of like where your Chiron is at in your birth chart if you're familiar with astrology, or you can look it up. But that will tell you like what was your first wound in childhood, or you know, maybe you have a core belief that you're unlovable, you know, something like that. You know, you just have some apprehensions, some insecurities that you've carried over from childhood. You know, maybe you had a parent who wasn't really there for you or who was unstable, and that created an anxious or avoidant attachment style. You don't have a secure attachment style in love. That's something you can Google as well, the different attachment styles. But if I read all of this together, it feels like you are freeing yourself from those wounds from childhood. You are recognizing your worth and what you deserve in a partnership and what a healthy, happy, lasting partnership looks like to you. And out of all of that, you're loving yourself more, you're respecting yourself, and you're not settling for breadcrumbs or less than what you deserve. Now, if I read these separately, for those of you who are single, this is what is going to attract that partner, is having self-respect, focusing on yourself, treating yourself, dating yourself. It's like the Parks and Rec character, I think her name's Donna, where she's like, treat yourself. Like that's the energy that you need to be in for the month of September. And you know, this goes for anyone, whether this free yourself card, like regardless of what your current relationship status is, if there's something that's making you feel trapped and stuck and stagnant, you're one choice away, don't they say? Like you're always one decision away from changing your life. What you do have control over, because I understand, you know, we all have certain limitations regarding our external environment. Even if it's just changing your perspective and how you relate to your environment, that's a choice that can change your life. You know, so where you can enact change in your life, you know, where you see that you're not happy, you're feeling drained, you know, that is affecting your love life, and you don't deserve to be in this energy. You deserve to feel free and happy. So yes, I think that's just a good overall message for everyone watching. Now with this children card, maybe some of you already have kids, and maybe that's why it's difficult to connect with your partner, because, you know, the children take precedence, and, you know, it's just been hard to find some time with just you and your partner. That could be a thing. So just take whatever resonates. Maybe some of you are wanting children and that's making you a bit sad because you're not there yet. You'll get there. Absolutely. You just have to believe that you're worthy of everything that you're desiring, you know, and like you wouldn't have those desires within you if you weren't meant to go after that, you know? Okay, let's continue on. I just got this new Oracle deck, so I'm really excited about this one. We have caution, be careful, red flags, don't rush. We have clarity, clear thinking, and meditate. We have relax, downtime, self-care, and take a break. So these two cards here, if you're confused about how, like where you should go, what you should do, like if you're wanting to take a trip, if that was really resonating with you and you're like, yeah, I need a vacation, but like where should I go? Meditate on it, you know, where's your heart calling you towards? But I think also in terms of self-care and taking care of yourself, relaxation, meditation, that is really going to be very helpful for you in the month of September. I think also here, for those of you who are curious to know like who your future spouse is, who your soulmate is, whatever type of romantic partner you're trying to call in, meditation could be a way for you to connect with them now, get into their energy, or even if you're trying to do law of attraction, manifestation, that could also be a helpful way for you to go about doing that. Now with this caution card, be careful, red flags, don't rush. Remember in the beginning when we got your tarot, there was a lot of talk about unexpected changes, unexpected events, you know, communication coming in, and then you had the Two of Cups as well. So for some of you, there is a significant like love offer, partnership, maybe you have a secret admirer, something like that. And so maybe you do fall head over heels in the month of September, and if that happens, it's just cautioning you here to take it slow, you know, don't rush into things, you know, even with the most compatible person, you could still fudge it up or like have a false start in the connection if you, you know, get overly anxious, get in your head about it, you know, rush things, push things, you know, just take a healthy, balanced approach to it. Don't get so caught up in this new love that you neglect other areas of your life, things like that, you know, still take time to take care of yourself and attend to your own needs. It's really the only message that I'm getting there with that. And then we have yes, go for it, do it, no doubts. We have longing, missing you, on their mind, time apart. And we have spying, keeping tabs, searching online. So for some of you, like if you were resonating with that trip message, or you get invited somewhere in the month of September and it's an unexpected vacation, and maybe you meet someone and you guys are far apart, and so then you, after the trip, you have to go your separate ways. Maybe you're looking each other up on social media, you're talking to each other online, you know, and maybe that's what's cautioning you to take it slow, you know, don't get so caught up in this energy that you get sad, and get like, you know, really heartbroken and, you know, all those things. Just let things unfold as they happen, you know, still take care of yourself. You know, and for others of you, this is also just signaling, like if you're in a partnership and you're missing that quality time, say so. Like that's calling you in September to make the time to spend together. You know, you shouldn't be missing each other so much if you live together, you know, that kind of thing. Like you have to make the time, you have to make it a priority. And for others of you, this spy card could be talking about maybe a secret admirer, because we were getting that unexpected communication. So maybe some of you are getting some unexpected call or text or message on your Instagram or something like that in the month of September. Now, just in general, your love life is a big yes. Like if you get invited somewhere, go. If you want to take a trip, go. If you're wondering if you should give this person your phone number or go out with them, the answer is yes. Like just trust your gut, go with it. If your partner invites you on a trip, make the time, you know, do whatever you got to do to say yes, because Spirit is really wanting you to say yes in the month of September. All right, now let's get your specific messages because we've been getting a lot here. Okay, so pile one, singles. What is your overall energy? What is happening in your love life in the month of September 2022? Pile 1 singles, September 2022, your love life. All right. Ooh, we have flexible. You may have someone in mind, but your spirit guides want you to know that there are better options out there for you. This card also pertains to release any unrealistic expectations on a relationship or a person. I'm also feeling for this card here, you see how it's holding a dandelion? Like what you've been wishing for, what you've been hoping for in your heart of hearts. Like even if you think that it's not going to happen, or you're not good enough, or you're never going to get married, or like whatever it is that you're wanting, you know, you are going to get that. Like a wish will be fulfilled. It may not again happen with the exact person that maybe you've been longing for, but it will happen as it's meant to happen. And so just have some trust, have some faith. I feel like with the flexibility too, you know, if you're more of a homebody and you tend to say no a lot, this is encouraging you to be flexible, say yes more in the month of September, because that will be leading you to this 2 of Cups. Okay, that's all I'm getting for my singles. Now, for those of you who are in a situationship, you know, maybe something messy, like you're technically single, but you're kind of involved with somebody or multiple people, what's happening in your love life in September 2022. 1 card, please, Spirit. Boundaries. You need to set better boundaries. Keep your energy balanced. We did get the balance card earlier. Balanced and protected. If needed, spend more time alone. It's okay to say no. That's funny. It's okay to say no, and then we also got the yes card. But if it comes to your boundaries, like, you know, absolutely you can say no. But I think that if you have some sort of opportunity that comes up, especially involving travel, that say yes to. But in terms of your boundaries, absolutely, Spirit is just saying, like, you can still say no if it's crossing a boundary, obviously. But I think with this card here too, you know, spending that time alone, taking a break from your love life. We got that in the beginning, right, with the travel card? Yeah, maybe you've got too many options and it's confusing you and you need to take some time out, meditate, get some clarity about what you're actually wanting. Or if you're just in a situation with situationship with one person, what about that is not leading to a committed relationship, or what about that is not fulfilling for you? You know, something in relation to your boundaries here aren't being respected though. And maybe you don't even know what your boundaries are. And so it's time to meditate, you know, get in touch with yourself, sit with your feelings, figure yourself out, get to know yourself better. And then when you know yourself, you can ask for that respect from other people. And, you know, if they give it, great. If they don't, you know, they know where the door is. Okay. For those of you who are in a partnership, but unhappy, what is your energy in love? What can you expect in love? September 2022, pile 1, please, Spirit. That came out very fast. We have faith. Have faith that the right people and situations will come to you. This card is a confirmation that you made the right decision about someone or something. You are on the right path. Interesting. I feel like I'm not meant to really say too much about that. I feel like it's just encouraging you to have faith, hold your vision about what you want your love life to look like, and just trust that that will come to you. I think that's the message. So whether that's staying, honestly, for some of you, because we did get the card in the very beginning that was saying, you know, you're not with the wrong partner, you just need to change your perspective. That could be what it's saying, like have faith that things will get better. But if you make some sort of significant decision in the month of September, whatever it is, you know, maybe you're saying yes to something, just have faith that you did make the right decision. You know that you can trust your own discernment. I don't feel like I'm meant to say too much about this. I feel like Spirit really wants you to tap into your own intuition here, to trust your own judgment. Okay. For those of you who are happy in your current partnership, or at least content, you know, you have no plans or you've had no thoughts of breaking up or anything serious, you know, if things haven't been perfect, you still love the person that you're with, that group. September 2022, pile one card. Take it slow. Don't rush into this connection and situation. Take your time to get to know each other. Let this connection unfold how it's meant to. Don't push anything. So for those of you who are in a new partnership, but you're quite, you know, you want to stay with this person, take it slow. We did get that caution card before. Just let it unfold naturally. Don't force anything. You know, just let it happen as it's meant to. Each level of commitment, just let it come as it comes. You know, don't force your will upon someone else. Don't rush someone else. Respect, you know, your partner's boundaries. You know, and for those of you who have been in a, I'm sorry, I'm tripping on my words. For those of you who have been in a connection for quite some time, I feel like this is encouraging you to slow down and spend some quality time together and catch up. And get to know each other again. Act like you're dating again for the first time. Get in that energy. So, pile one, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't want this to be too long, so I tried to keep it as short and sweet and simple as possible. I did this differently. Usually I just do a little mini love reading with these oracle cards at the end of my monthly prediction for September, or just any month really. I don't know why I said September, but usually that's how I do it. I did something, you know, the format's different. I did a separate video this month. So let me know in the comments if you prefer this, if you like the messages separated out. I appreciate the feedback because, you know, my channel is still new. Like, you know, we're still figuring things out. We're still developing, and your feedback really does mean a lot. So yes, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I know they can be annoying, so I want to say a big thank you to anyone who chooses to do that, as well as express so much gratitude to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. Best of luck to you in love, no matter what your situation is, and pile one. I will see you guys in my next one. Take care. Hi pile two, welcome to your love prediction for the month of September. So we're using pre-pulled tarot and oracle cards, but at the end of your reading, we will shuffle this deck here on camera, and we will find out what is your overall energy for your current circumstance in love. So whether you're single, in a relationship, all that good stuff. So we have the 10 of Abundance or the 10 of Cups. We have a happy change. We have celebration, letting go, and the 9 of Thought or the 9 of Swords. So there is a lot of energy here in the month of September. Like it feels like September is quite a significant month for your love life. It feels like that is the main focus of the month, that there's a lot happening in your love life, or you could just be having a very busy month with a lot of changes in different areas of your life. But best believe your love life is a significant focus. So it's sort of funny, like on this side we have some anxiety, some loss, some letting go, maybe a little bit of bittersweet energy, you know, there's like a little bit of regret, but also like good riddance, you know, like that kind of energy. But then on the other side, there's cause to celebrate, there's happiness, there's contentment, there's positive change, there is movement forward, there is feeling like you're on the right path, feeling happy with your home life, happy with your love life, feeling sort of like that domestic bliss of being like exactly where you're meant to be with the right people and the right connections. And these cards outweigh these cards. And even this card is not a negative card in any way. It's just talking about releasing something. So what does this all mean in terms of your love life? for those of you, and it kind of feels like a lot of you are having some sort of ending in your life in the month of September, and then that ending is clearing out space, welcoming in space for all of this good stuff. You're gonna have a reason to celebrate in your love life. You're gonna have positive changes. You're gonna have happiness, regardless of what your current situation is. But in order to do that, you're letting go, and change can be uncomfortable, it can be anxiety producing, and maybe you like walk away from a partnership, for example, in the month of September, and initially you have anxiety, you're like, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? I don't know. But then as the month progresses, now you see all of this good stuff coming in, and you're like, ah, I see that I did make the right choice here. You know, and for others of you, maybe you're letting go of your anxiety around your partnership and feeling like you're not good enough, and that is welcoming in a more stable, happy chapter in your current partnership. So just take whatever resonates, but it does feel like for the majority of you, you're letting something go in your love life. And it could be maybe you're surrounded by some toxic friends, or, you know, family members who make you feel like you're unlovable, and you're setting boundaries, you know, getting some distance, or maybe even ending some connections with those people, and you're feeling better about yourself, and that's making you more romantically attractive to the type of partners that you would like to attract. You know, people who can give you this 10 of Cups feeling. So, yes, I think that's summarizing everything I'm seeing pretty clearly. I think there could be some unexpected things that happen, you know, some fast-moving energy in the month of September, and maybe you're even invited to more social gatherings in the month of September, or maybe you meet someone even at a family gathering, or, you know, when you're out with friends, stuff like that. I do feel like you're going to feel more liberated by the end of the month. You're going to feel freer. You're going to feel kind of like on top of the world. And I don't think this 9 of Swords, this 9 of Thought, is going to follow you for the whole month. I think that's talking about the early energy in the month. And I think by the time you reach the end of the month, you're in this better place. I think this is talking about what's happening at the beginning of your month. Okay. And yeah, you could be faced with a significant decision in the month of September. Okay. I think I want to say pile 2 in the general reading for September. That's already uploaded on my channel. I'm pretty sure pile 2 in that group also was faced with a decision, but I could be wrong. It may have been pile 1. Maybe check out that reading. There was one group in that reading that also was going to be faced with a decision they had to make in the month of September. Okay. These are advice cards for your love life in the month of September. We have, oh gosh, this card's kind of harsh. It says, get over it. Snap out of it. He's going to be sorry that he lost you, so stop worrying. Forget the past. It's time to let him go. So you can ignore the gender in this card, but you have 2 messages about letting go. So for some of you, you know, you need to leave behind someone who is not capable of reciprocating the type of love that you're giving. You know, if you're in an unrequited love situation, or even if you're just hung up on somebody from your past, like maybe you've already left the connection, but they still have an energetic, emotional hold over you, it's time to let it go. You know, move forward into your future, because your future is very bright. And then we have true love. True love is like a tattoo. It will leave an imprint on your heart that will last forever. True love never dies. Maybe for some of you, like, you're in a happy connection, but you have some fear, some anxiety, that maybe some abandonment issues, like, is this going to last? You know, all my partners before left me when things were going really well. You know, I don't want to lose this person, and it's just all in your head, and you need to let that energy go and welcome what's already right in front of you, this true love. And, you know, for others of you, though, it is a breakup or energetically releasing your ex to welcome in true love. So whichever message resonates based upon your current situation, you know, just apply it. Okay, I really like these two cards together, though. That's cool. All right, we have control, we have codependency, and we have respect. So this is what we should be leaving behind. This is what we should be forgetting. And for some of you, it's not just controlling partners. Maybe it's your anxiety that's controlling you and making you think that, you know, you have to be super worried, or you have to, you know, present yourself a certain way, or maybe you have those abandonment issues, and so you yourself act codependently, or maybe you attract partners who are controlling and trying to keep you chained to them because, you know, they have their own issues they need to work out. But I think at the end of the day, whether this is your energy or the energy of your ex or your current partner, whatever, it's time to respect yourself and understand that you deserve better than this dynamic. Like, especially like this is kind of looking like maybe you're an anxious person and you tend to attract avoidant people who then increase your sense of abandonment. You know, stuff like that, you know, sort of recognize those romantic patterns that exist, and how can you let go of those, release those, so that you can step into a partnership that is mutually respectful, that makes you feel safe and secure, where there's mutual attraction, compatibility, and it's healthy, and it has the longevity that you're seeking. Okay. And this is a new deck that I got. I'm very excited about it. Oh my gosh, we have crossroads, choices, different options. So you could be having multiple options in love in the month of September. For others of you, it could be a choice between two people. It could also be choosing yourself, or choosing staying with a partner that's not making you happy. You know, you could be faced with the decision of like whether or not you want to leave your current partnership. Take what resonates. Immature, childish is kind of a difficult, childish player playing games. Yeah, it's time to walk away from that energy. Yeah, respect, that's the name of the game. Anxiety, you've got anxiety twice now. Stress, worry, overthinking. You're going to be stressed about this decision, but once you make it and you let go what isn't serving you, you're going to feel so free, so liberated. You're going to feel like a new person. It's going to be beautiful. Yes, go for it. Do it. No doubts. Whatever deep down you're wanting to do, be brave enough to say yes to your heart's desire. Don't be fearful. Just do what in your heart feels right, because that's going to welcome in true love. Perspective, look from a different angle, change, open mind. And cycle, karmic cycles, ending past patterns. For some of you, you're walking away from a karmic connection here, or you're saying no to repeating the same pattern that you have with your exes. That could also be a thing. And even just gaining a new perspective. I really feels like a lot of you are unhappy. Like you're either unhappy and single and focused on the past and reminiscing or romanticizing past heartbreak or past partners, and you know, it's time to let that go. For others of you, you're unhappy in your current partnership. I don't really see how you could be currently happy in your partnership, because even those of you who are with the right person, that anxiety from the past and not feeling good enough and being worried of being abandoned could be coloring your current perspective of your relationship, you know? So the decision that you need to make is going to look different for all of you depending upon what your circumstance is, but you are definitely clearing out and ending a karmic cycle that was making you unhappy. You're gaining a new perspective. You're saying yes to what you want in the month of September. And remember, we had celebration. We had the 10 of abundance. We had positive changes. Like, you are going to be in such an amazing, good energy in your love life at the end of September. It's just about making that decision, letting what you need to let go, whether it's your abandonment issues, your exes, your current partner, if it's karmic, you know, like whatever it is, you know, your own issues around self-worth, let it go, release it, because that's how you welcome in the energy of true love. Okay. We have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. We have this could be the one, you've already met the romantic partner that you seek, and you have codependency now twice. So for some of you, this is talking about that true love again. This is where you're headed. This is where you're headed. You're headed towards a positive chapter in your love life. For some of you, you could have met the one in the past. This could also be talking about a soulmate connection, like you share past lives with your true love, and maybe you're calling in your soulmate as a result of letting go of, you know, that karmic cycle, that karmic connection that you need to let go of. And I think what needs to be healed here is this issue around codependency. And codependency can show up in a lot of different ways, but you've had it twice now. So I would recommend going inward, asking yourself, like, why do I attract partners who are codependent? How am I myself codependent? How can I be more independent? How can I trust myself more? If you were resonating with that message of abandonment issues, you know, how can you clear that out? You know, maybe do some shadow work, some self-care, you know, prioritize yourself a little bit more, journal maybe, you know, ask your guides for help. But just recognize how that energy is showing up in your life and how can you clear it out. Because this feels like, you know, the one thing here that you still need to end in order to welcome in this energy. Okay. So let's find out messages for your specific situation. So for those of you who are single, pile 2, what is happening in your love life in the month of September 2022? What do we need to know, please, Spirit? Singles for pile 2. Time to say goodbye. The situation or relationship you are in is facing a dead end. It's time to move on and let go. All endings bring new beginnings. Okay. It's a kind of a funny message here, right? Because I was asking for singles. It feels like Spirit is telling me, like, everyone's going to be single at some point in the month of September. Like, the decision that you need to make is to walk away. For the majority of you, you need to walk away from a karmic connection or a karmic romantic pattern that is repeating in your life. You know, if you're dating multiple people right now, but even though they're different people, really at the end of the day, they're all the same person because they're the same low vibrational energy that you've already been through. People who don't put in the effort, people who try to control you, people who are manipulative, people who trigger those abandonment issues, people who are inconsistent, you know, all that stuff, people who don't deserve you. Time to let that go. You know, it's time to say goodbye to everything that isn't of your highest good. And for those of you, I honestly don't even feel like I need to pull more cards. I guess we'll pull, okay, I don't feel like I need to pull cards for those of you who are in a situationship or unhappy in a current partnership. I feel like all of you are needing to just say goodbye. Like, it just feels like that is the message because we've gotten it over and over and over again. The only other card I will pull is for those of you who love your partner, don't want to leave your partner, even if things aren't perfect, or even if, you know, it's just you. What's your energy? September 2022. Pile 2. What do you need to know? Storm. Conflict is affecting your current situation or relationship. Look for a diplomatic way to solve the issue. This card also stands for unexpected and sudden changes. So there could be something in September that tests your relationship. You know, it could be an argument that, you know, just gets out of hand. It could be some unforeseen circumstance that just tests you in some way. And it kind of feels like you're just being asked to let go of whatever anxieties, whatever codependency is making you cling to your partner instead of just loving them and being in a healthy, balanced connection. So it's sort of like you're being tested so that you can come out stronger. Whether that's as an individual or as a couple, you know, time will tell. But yes, it's for your highest good regardless. I know that was kind of intense, Pile 2. But, you know, like, I have to call it like I see it. And it was a pretty clear, direct message. But remember, at the end of all of it, regardless of what your current circumstance is, you're headed for the 10 of Cups. You are headed for celebration and positive changes. You just have to release and let go of that anxiety, control, and codependency. Okay, Pile 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. If you prefer this format where I split up the general reading and the love reading, let me know in the comments down below, you know, for the monthly predictions. Yeah, so what did I say? Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. Thank you all so much for supporting, subscribing, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in my next one. My heart goes out to you. It seems like it's going to be a rough ride, but you are getting to the best possible outcome. So just hang in there, Pile 2. Take care, and I will see you in my next one. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're using pre-pulled tarot and oracle cards for the most part, but at the end of your reading we'll shuffle this deck and we'll find out some specific messages for your current situation, you know, if you're single versus in a relationship, so on and so forth. Okay, so we have the 9 of Abundance or the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Guardian of Action. Action refers to the wands in this tarot deck. We have the 7 of Abundance or the 7 of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Action or the 8 of Wands. Now your bottom of the deck energy is actually the 5 of Abundance or the 5 of Pentacles. I'm really happy to see this as your bottom of the deck because it feels like you're leaving behind this energy of lack, of, you know, not really having exactly what you need or having to rely on the charity or, you know, of other people. It feels like you're creating your own abundance, your own wealth. You're hard at work at something. Honestly, there's not a lot of love messages here. Like, it feels like for the month of September, you're really focused on your material stability and security. It feels like you're hard at work on, sorry, I had a card fall on the floor. It feels like you're hard at work on maybe a creative project, a side hustle, maybe you're starting your own business, you're taking on the role of a leader here. You know, you're meant to be in the spotlight. You know, you're stepping into your power, maybe stepping into your soul's purpose. It just feels like you're really busy and you're really focused on, you know, increasing your material wealth. You know, maybe you're saving up money for a big purchase and so you're working overtime, or you're really focused on your side hustle so that you can save up money for something you've been really wanting. Or maybe you're trying to start a whole new career path, or you're starting a new job, or you're just hard at work. It just feels like you're very focused on your goals in the month of September, and love just isn't at the forefront of your mind. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're just nose to the grindstone, like whatever your goals are, that is what you're focused on. Honestly, this kind of feels similar to Pile 3, I think in the general reading as well, was kind of like this, like just very focused, very goal-oriented, not, you know, not really making time for anything else. It's almost like, kind of like, it's almost the energy that if you work extra hard at something in the month of September, you know, you feel like it's really going to pay off. And so even though maybe you're working yourself extra hard, you know it's not going to be forever. You know that things may be out of balance in your life. You know, maybe you're taking less time for yourself, less time for friends, family, you know, connections in general. but you feel like it's going to be worth it, and you're like, if I could just really work hard this month, I'm going to get what I want, I'm going to get my wish, and it's going to pay off, and I'm going to, you know, follow my dream here, and it'll all be worth it in the end. And if that means I neglect other areas of my life for a while, then that's fine. That just feels like that's your energy in the month of September, to be honest. But let's get into some more cards here. I don't really feel like there's a lot to say here about love. We have, oh, surprise, surprise. We have set goals. This is not the time to focus on love. Set your goals and crush them. Love will find you when you least expect it, so don't go searching for it. I kind of wonder if this dream or job that you're working on, this project, is going to lead you to a partnership and it's going to come about unexpectedly, or because you're so focused on yourself, you're not trying to control a manifestation or trying to control the outcome, and so you're in the energy of receiving just based upon you being so focused on yourself, and so you stepping into this self-empowerment and not being so needy and so desperate. You know, you're not like clinging to the idea of love, or like, man, you know, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely, and then creating more loneliness in your life by staying in that energy. You know, you're just focused on your goals, and that makes you seem more romantically attractive, you know, and now you're attracting people who respect you, because I think as a result of this as well, like, she looks like a boss, right? Like, she looks like she has her life together. And so I just feel like, sorry, my throat's getting a bit sore here. You are the last group. But it sort of feels like you're gaining so much confidence and self-respect and appreciation for yourself, and you're understanding how competent you are and how you're able to take care of yourself and meet your own needs. And I just feel like you're feeling very good about yourself, because you know, you really believe in yourself and you're working on your goals, and you just feel more confident in your life overall, and that attracts in love, because you just look like someone who is interesting and someone who has their own life, and that's very engaging. And I think that when you talk about what you're working on, your face lights up and you seem really happy and very passionate, and all of that is very attractive. We have opposites. Perfection is an illusion. The two of you might be total opposites, but in that way you complete each other. You have more in common than you think. So it could be that you're attracting a partner who's very different from you. And maybe even the partner that you're attracting is not what you're expecting. And so maybe you not only meet them when you're least expecting it, but it's also someone who's very different than maybe like your usual type or your usual expectation. Yeah, something like that. And again, you could be sorry, my voice, man. You could be meeting this person through working on this project. You know, it could be that maybe you are networking and you meet them at an event, something like that. Maybe they work in this field that you're trying to get into. Maybe they come into your life as a mentor at first, and then a romantic attraction develops. You know, maybe this person is already very successful. Something like that could also be a message here. I'm gonna have to take a moment and get a sip of water. Sorry, pile through it. I'm feeling so hoarse in my voice right now. I've been filming a lot of readings lately, so just bear with me. I know I probably sound awful. Okay, we have family, we have spy, and we have control. It feels like maybe you're more of a type A person in general. And so maybe it's going to really benefit you to be so focused on your goals in your career, because now you're not being so controlling and so worried about your love life and when am I going to meet someone, when am I going to meet someone, when is the right person going to come along. I'll be honest, it feels like most of you are single. It really does. Like, it doesn't feel like you are in a partnership. If you are, I think you're feeling quite distant from your partner. But yeah, it kind of feels like Spirit is saying the only way for you to kind of get out of that anxiety about your love life and being hyper fixated on it is to focus on your goals and your career and your dreams and your aspirations. And actually by doing that, it's going to really improve your love life and welcome in, you know, the sort of partner that you're wanting. Or if you're wanting a family, you're wanting marriage and children and the whole thing, this is what's going to help it, is, you know, you not being so hyper fixated on it. And Spirit is suggesting to you to focus on your dreams and your goals and your aspirations instead. You could also have a secret admirer, or maybe you're networking with someone who is already doing what you're doing, or maybe you're working on a creative project that you post online and that gathers the attention of a lot of people. Maybe you're starting a YouTube channel or something like that. You know, you're going to be in the spotlight. That could just be a separate message. It feels like you're creating long-term stability though here with family and the double fours. Like you're creating financial abundance to have that stable, secure foundation, you know, to maybe buy a home someday, or to be able to afford to have children, because children are expensive. So yeah, lots of different messages there. Just take whatever resonates. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. With this retreat card, it's coming through in a very different way than it typically does. You see this couple having some alone time. It doesn't feel like that for you all. It feels like Spirit is saying, retreat, get away from being focused on your love life, focus on your career, you know, your soul's purpose, focus on that for the month of September. Your divine counterpart is worth waiting for, your future partner is worth waiting for, future spouse, soulmate, whatever type of, you know, whatever type of partner you're wanting, a life partner, just know that they're worth waiting for. And Spirit is just asking you to be patient, to trust the divine is working this out in your favor behind the scenes. Don't micromanage your spirit guides on this. Just trust them, and you focus on your career and you handle that, and let Spirit handle your love life. That's like coming through very strongly. Like, just leave it up to Spirit. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about it. Let it go. Okay. On that note, oh my God, stop it. Timing twice. Timing, divine timing, patience. We could probably end your reading with that message, because that's the number one thing to take away from all this. Home. I feel like this is what you want. This is what you truly, truly want. You want family, you want comfort, maybe you want to move, you want your forever home. Trust that this is all in the works for you. Travel, adventures, new places, experiences. Maybe get away for a little while, and maybe traveling will even inspire you for that creative project, you know, if you're resonating with that message. Yeah, that could be good for you. Some solo travel. Balance, work, life, even ground. Don't burn yourself out. Like, even though you're meant to be focused on your career and your goals and your dreams, your creative projects, still find balance to take care of yourself, okay? Self-care is important. Clarity, clear thinking, meditate. This could be some self-care. Some meditation could be helpful. This could also help you find inspiration if you're going to be working on a creative project in the month of September. Soulmate. A lot of you are calling in your soulmate, and that's why there's divine timing at work here. Yeah, you're attracting your forever person, because it really feels like pile 3, you're wanting to settle down. That's what it feels like to me. Based upon all the cards that we've been getting, it feels like you want a home, you want a family, you want your forever partner. That's what it feels like. And given how many future spouse readings I film and how popular they are on this channel, I'm not surprised by that, because it seems like a lot of my viewers are in that energy of just wanting to settle down and, you know, be done with it. Okay. I'm sorry, this reading is quite different, but this is how it's laying out. So, singles, what can you expect in your love life for September 2022. Kind of feels unnecessary to pull these cards, but we'll see what comes out. Singles, so, oh, look at that. Acceptance and optimism. Staying optimistic and accepting your current situation helps you to attract more joy and happiness into your life in general. The right person will come to you when you are ready. Yeah, divine timing, patience, accept what is. When you accept what is, that's when the current situation transforms. We've all heard that before. Just be optimistic about your love life because this is what you are welcoming in. It's just not the right time in September. And remember, it could be because your soulmate is not ready to meet you. It's not a punishment. You know, there could be something going on in your soulmate's life right now. Maybe they're leaving a karmic connection, you know? And you are ready, but Spirit is like, well, your soulmate's not ready, so you just focus on your career and your financial stability and your dreams or your creative projects, whatever, and we'll work on your soulmate over here, you know? So like, don't always think that it's your fault or that you're doing something wrong, pile 3, because it doesn't feel like to me like you're doing anything wrong. Spirit is just calling you to be optimistic about your future, have faith, and just trust in the divine plan because they have a higher perspective than you do. Okay, for those of you who are single but in a situationship, what do we got? Delays and blocks. Your current love situation is affected by delays and blocks. These blocks may manifest as a result from someone not fully opening up to a situation or facing something. I would say just stop. Like if you're in a situationship, it feels like the advice is to maybe just let it go or not give it too much attention in the month of September, because if you do, you already know if you're in a situationship, that person's not really your soulmate, right? That person's not the type of love that you're trying to call in, given all the messages that we've gotten so far. So it feels like if you continue to give energy to that situationship, or if you're dating multiple people, if you continue to give energy to that, you're just going to delay your financial success and abundance, but also your forever person, your soulmate, your future spouse, whatever you want to say, you're delaying that from coming in. Okay, you're blocking that person from coming in. And remember, you have free will, and just take whatever resonates, but I'm just reading what I'm seeing here. Okay, for those of you who are unhappy in your current partnership, although again, I feel like most of you are falling into these two groups, but let's just go ahead and pull a card. We've got reunion and intimacy. This card stands for reunion with your family and friends. There is a feeling of harmony and celebration. Significant people from your childhood and or past lives could be coming back into your life for a particular reason. And we have intimacy. Allow yourself to become spiritually, emotionally, and physically intimate with one another. Real sensuality and sexuality aren't based on physical looks only. Your energy is what makes you attractive and sexy. Okay, this is telling me that, again, like, if you're unhappy in your current partnership, I really don't think this is your forever person. And like, I hate to make a definitive statement like that. And again, like, just take whatever resonates as a general reading. But if you're truly, truly unhappy and you meditate on it, you go inward, you pray on it, whatever you need to do, and you know, yeah, this person isn't for me. I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for quite some time. My needs aren't being met. This feels karmic, whatever. What it feels like if you let that go and you focus instead on your career and you just let your love life be on pause for a while, what you're calling in is a soulmate reunion with someone that you can have true intimacy with. That's kind of the message that I'm getting from these two cards here. And it could be someone from your past, although I think it's just talking about a soulmate connection where you share past lives together. But just take whatever resonates, because it could be someone from your childhood. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm getting for that. I'm not actually going to pull a card for those of you who are happy and in love with your current partner and not wanting to leave the relationship, because it doesn't feel like this is your group. And if it is your group, it sort of feels like you're just meant to focus on your career during this month, and there's not a lot going on in your love life, and you and your partner are just good, and you're just meant to focus on your career. Like, I don't really feel like I need to pull any cards if you're happy in your current partnership, because I just don't feel like that's the situation for the majority of you. And I don't want anyone who's happy with their current partner to be freaked out, you know, that maybe this isn't their forever person or anything like that, because, you know, sometimes relationships go through ebbs and flows, and, you know, things may not be super romantic in the month of September. My cat's trying to get into the room, I'm sorry. Things may not be super romantic in the month of September, but it doesn't mean your relationship is over. It's just a month you're meant to focus on your career and your dreams and your aspirations, and that's okay. So I don't want to freak you out and draw a card and have you be worried that you know, you're meant to end your relationship or something like that. But again, for the majority of you, I don't think you're happy in a current partnership or anything like that. Okay, so pile 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. I would like to say a big thank you to anyone who chooses to do that, as well as a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. Let me know if you like this format of splitting up the love reading and doing a more in-depth love reading for the monthly predictions, or if you prefer just a mini reading with the general reading. Also, if you haven't watched the general reading, go ahead and check that out as well. And yeah, take care, pile 3, and I'll see you in my next one. Best of luck to you in all aspects of your life.